All right. So you're thinking about moving to Austin, Texas, and maybe you're looking at Georgetown. And in your process of looking at Georgetown, maybe you're like, I like Georgetown area. Maybe I want a little bit more spread out area, or maybe I want to get somewhere where it's not as much going on. Well, in this video, we're going to tell you about Florence, Texas, which is located just 13 miles west of Georgetown. And it's going to be about 40 miles north of Austin. So it's kind of more spread out, definitely a lot more area, a lot more open area. And if that's something you want to know about, stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Wayne. This is Jay with the Brandis Properties Group. We're both licensed agents here in the state of Texas, and we love making these videos for you guys. But what we love more is for you to reach out with any of your real estate needs. Please like our channel. Subscribe to our channel.
Please like that subscribe button.
Subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell for when we release our next video.
Sorry guys. Yeah guys, we get a lot of people reaching out to us who are relocating to the area, and we absolutely love it. So please don't hesitate. Give us a call, text, email. Information should be popping up on the screen right now. Remember, we got your back when moving to Austin, Texas. And that being said, let's get this thing started. Alright guys, so Florence, Texas. Not the most popular city in the area, for sure. I don't mean that in a negative way, guys, okay? Don't take it the wrong way.
Sorry.
When I say that, I mean there's not a lot here in terms of big businesses. Not a lot, okay? What you're going to find when you come into Florence is you're going to find a lot of large properties, like acreage properties. A lot of farmland, a lot of properties I mean, the price points are kind of all over the place because of the size of the land that comes with the homes. You'll see them typically up in the $1 million range. And that's just based off the acreage. A lot of it's the acreage and the location. It is in Williamson County. It is pretty close to Liberty Hill. It's close to Georgetown, so it's not at a bad location. It's also close, semi-close to that IH-35 corridor. So really, Florence is just one of those cities where if someone's not telling you that it's here, you may overlook it.
Whether you're looking for 10 acres, 20 acres, 50 acres, they've got you covered out here in Florence. Yeah. Beautiful hill country views when driving out here or driving around.
Yes.
Not a whole lot for sale, as in like single family residence. Like less than 20 listings is what we're talking about
today. Anyway, today.
Yeah, as of today.
But that kind of seems to stay with Florence, just because there's a lot of family-owned properties and people like living here.
Yeah, very small town feel.
Yes, low-key, relaxed atmosphere. You'll find a couple city parks in the city.
They have a really nice vineyard.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you think of Florence, you'll think of the vineyard. It seems to be one of those, I don't want to call it a touristy spot because
Staple.
yeah, it's kind of like
Florence
people,
is
you want to come out and spend the weekend at a beautiful vineyard. You can do that here in Florence.
Yeah, have a wedding there, multiple events, but it's far enough to where it can be a kind of a weekend getaway.
Yeah. Driving around, like you'll pass these massive properties and you look at them and they're like Wayne said, they're beautiful properties out here. They really, really are. You guys would have to come see it to appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely looks different on camera than you are driving around looking at the cows.
Yeah.
All the nice acreage that's been taken care of, you know.
Alright guys, so in the middle of Florence, you're going to find an area where it's more set up like a neighborhood, and there's a lot of smaller, older homes. According to niche.com, the schools don't get a horrible score, but I think it might be just a lack of participation in the ratings and reviews. Again, it's a very small town. You're talking of a population of maybe 1,000 people. Maybe 1,000, and that's just because it's so spread out and the properties are so large. There's just not a lot of room for a lot of people, at least not yet. I mean, that could always change. I always got to throw that out there because with this area, the way it grows, who knows what the future looks like. I mean, properties start getting sold and next thing you know, there's a new community popping up. So I could see it happening here maybe at some point, but again, it just depends on if people decide to start selling their large acreages.
Yeah, I wish we had a crystal ball to see where all this is going in the future. Like we said, with all the growth. But we're in the heart of Austin, so
yeah, as the growth in Austin starts to push out more and more, places like Florence are going to be more and more recognized, and we want to make sure you guys are aware of it if you're thinking about moving to the area.
yeah, I mean, if you think about Liberty Hill, it's already blowing up.
Yeah.
Where else are they going to go? They're going to go further up north because you can't go down south to Austin. So Florence definitely has potential. Might take a little bit longer, but
All right, guys. as far as nightlife in Florence, there are some places to go, but not a whole lot. It's one of those things where you're probably better off taking a trip into like the Georgetown Square and making an evening out of it. Florence is one of those places where I would say, for me, I wouldn't mind living in Florence, but I'd probably do my playing somewhere else, if that makes sense.
What kind of playing?
Well, like going out for entertainment or anything like that. Like, other than having the family and friends over to grill or whatever it is you do, that's always fun too. But if you wanted to go out for a night on the town, so to speak, probably gonna end up in like Georgetown. It's the closest, or Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill is starting to get quite the scene for that kind of stuff, so that's another option as well. Alright guys, one of the other things I noticed when we were spending some time in Gerald is that there's not a whole lot in terms of parks. I did notice a big sports complex that had baseball fields and maybe a soccer field and some tennis courts and things like that, but as far as like your big parks, like you go into Georgetown, you go into Round Rock, and you got these massive parks with lots to do. I didn't see any of that in Gerald. Maybe a few community parks, maybe a playscape and a swimming pool kind of thing. But if that's something that you guys are interested in, keep that in mind.
Restaurants?
Yeah, so along IH-35, there's a couple places to stop and eat. It's kind of like Gerald for a long time was kind of, unless you live there, it's kind of like one of those places where you would stop and go to your fast food chain restaurant type thing to grab a bite to eat while you're on the road traveling from maybe Dallas to Austin or whatever it is.
Stop for gas.
Yeah, stop for gas. Quite a few gas stations right along IH-35. And I think this will change. Like I said, it'll change over time. I think you'll start seeing a lot more, especially when that gap starts to close more between Dallas and Austin. You're going to see just that. I think at some point that whole corridor is just going to be, it's going to blow up. There's going to be massive growth along the whole corridor. It just hasn't gotten to Gerald yet. It's starting to with the new communities, but it's not fully grown out. Alright guys, so Florence, Texas, if you're looking for farm and ranch type properties or somewhere where there's just more open space around you, Florence it might be the spot for you. It's close to Georgetown, close to Liberty Hill, semi-close to IH-35, so you'll have easy access in and out of the city.
Hope you guys found this video helpful. Please subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and hit that notification bell for when we release our next video.
Yeah guys, we've got people reaching out to us days, nights, weekends, so if you're looking for a spot in the area, you're looking for a place near Austin, Texas, call, text, email. We got your back when making the move to Austin, Texas, and until the next video, we'll catch you later.